Hey guys, Ulrich here. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to do a quick shout out, or if you will, fan review of an album that I've been listening to for the past few weeks. I love it, and I want to make sure that I at least get it on your radar screen in case you haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I'm talking about Stars That Move with No Riders. So this is the album. You also see a picture somewhere up here. And not too long ago, I did a review on Star Child, and Stars That Move is essentially the continuation, featuring Rick on guitar, Frank on drums, and now Rick's wife, Elisa or Eliza. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry about that. Now, it wouldn't make sense to compare Star Child to Stars That Move because I think the premise of both records, or bands if you will, is very different. I think if you look at Star Child and the direction of that album, the confines and the framework of that record is very well defined. Now this record, Stars That Move, No Riders, is much more liberal. It incorporates more elements of a broader spectrum of genres and puts it all together. So while it's not a total deviation, for the lack of the better term, it's certainly a different, it's definitely a different philosophy. Now the female vocals are obviously the most significant trademark, in my opinion. And just before I got that, I was listening to Blood Ceremony, Mount Salem, and other bands that have these awesome front women, and Stars That Move fits right in line with that. So the album has to me at least, there's a little bit more of this retro feel. It's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more liberal, a little bit more of this retro feel. Maybe not as, I don't want to use the word extreme, but with Star Child, it was a very clear direction, and you know, Star Child was within the confines of whatever that direction was. But here, this album is just broader in general. It's not a matter of better or worse, it's just different. And it's interesting, there's a little bit of and I don't know if it's Elisa's vocals, but there's this eerie vibe to it that has a little bit of an occult touch, but without being corny. One important point I'd like to make and really highlight is Rick's guitar play. As a fellow guitar player, I totally appreciate what Rick did on that album, which I feel really showcases or allowed him to showcase his talent. And what I appreciate most, he's obviously an excellent guitar player. I like the fact that there are a lot of blues elements in here. It's right up my alley. But what I always admire when listening to other guitar players, it's hardly how well they can play technically. Oh, I admire that too. But what really stands out to me is if a guitarist, or when a guitarist knows what to play and when to play it. That also means to appreciate when it's better to pull back and take a back seat. I think that not all guitarists do that very well, in my opinion. Rick is a master of that. The album is beautifully produced, well mixed. So again, I strongly encourage you to check it out. There is a link here somewhere that takes you over to my website with more information. But most importantly, go check them out right now. Stars That Move with No Riders. And before I let you go, you've certainly heard of the YouTube user Stoned Meadow of Doom, or is it Stoned Meadow of the Doom? I don't know. That guy writes hands down, that guy writes the best album reviews ever. Much better, much more eloquent and articulate than I could ever do. So put in your search bar Stoned Meadow of the Doom and Stars That Move. Read his review on the album to get his perspective on it. As usual, leave a like, become a subscriber, leave your comments below. And speaking of subscription, sorry, I have to squeeze that in there. Thank you to everybody who is already a subscriber. We are We're getting close to 5,000 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. And we have now over 2 million views on YouTube. That's all because of you. Thank you guys. It is much appreciated. Till then, and doom on.